It's like, no.
StreamYard has lost access to your LinkedIn account. We don't worry, we've got you covered. Click here to reconnect your destination. Gosh.
I think we're live, Ashley. Everyone got to hear you say, "Ugh."
Yes.
It says live on my end. I think we're live.
It's because it says that we're not connected. On my end, it says we're not
Yes, yes,
connected.
we're
It says
live.
we're 30
For the
seconds
last
into
30
Oh
live.
gosh.
seconds.
All right. Well, hello everybody. Very great. Well, hi everybody at Save Our Sites community, our members, our followers, our supporters. Thank you for being here today. So this is just, a notice that we are coming on for a short, I can say a short podcast. We wanted to kind of give some updates on where we're at. We are officially 9 months away, correct, Dr. Fox?
That's right. That's right. 9 months. 9 months, everyone.
Awesome. So I
Get
guess I
ready.
just do a quick segue, Dr. Fox, if you kind of want to jump into where we're at with sponsorship and all
Yeah.
that.
All right. Hi, everyone. Hello, SOS Nation out there, and thank you for listening to the executive meeting here. I wanted to have everyone come together and let you know that we are making very good progress. We were an idea in December. We organized in February. We got a hungry community ready to come together to talk about Save Our Sites, and dozens of sponsors who are ready to support this mission. First and foremost, to all of the people who have already registered for Save Our Sites conference, thank you for your support. We can't wait to have some really good content and discussions to share with you. Thank you to all of the sponsors who have signed up and who are ready to support the Save Our Sites mission, not just for a single day, but as a long-term, year-long relationship. Be ready. I have been working really diligently with the team here. They have done a fantastic job to put together probably one of the best sponsorship packages that you are ever going to experience. In the next couple weeks, look for contact from me to tell you about our sponsorship options, what they offer you, and you can fit that right into your budget meetings, because I know that a lot of you are having your fiscal year budget meetings right now. It's going to be a really good ROI for all of you. I assure you of that. And if you still want to sponsor for SOS, please give me a contact. Email me, let me know. We'll get you on the list and we'll get you that information as soon as it's developed. So, Monica, you have been working a lot on the SOS sponsorships. How do you feel about how it's coming along, how it's developing?
I really like it because we're giving, like you were mentioning, we're giving the opportunity to these sponsors not just to be part of the SOS event, but they are going to have benefits throughout the rest of the year. So it's going to be very beneficial when we're talking about branding for your company and obviously for SOS. And the beauty of this is that we keep on educating people about research, about educating people about the sites and how things work. So it's gonna be a 12 months relationship once you sign up, and like I say, this with the things that we are including, you can use that advertisement throughout the whole year. So it is amazing, especially because we're talking about um, things that are going to be involved are even using podcasts and things like that. So I'm just throwing a little bit of the information
Mhm.
um, to spark your interest and obviously the interest of the whole industry.
And Ashley, I know you did a lot of work on the other end where we wanted to make sure that our sponsors got the best possible prices for the services provided. Compared to some of the other groups and the other things that we've been looking at, do you think that this is a pretty good return on investment for our sponsors?
Yeah, I definitely think it is for sure. I would personally like to highlight that outside of just thinking about the sponsors' needs and trying to make sure that we're also staying true to the SOS, form and mission and all of that, and keeping the focus to the sites and or to the people.
Yes.
We are also going to be, it's very lucrative in the sense that we're only going to let so many. It's not just, whoever comes, first come, first serve kind of thing, but we are going to make it open to doing career and or interviewing for personnel. So this is, again, we've mentioned before that this is not just for sites. This is also for professionals, whether you're in the area or not in the area and you're just wanting to come and network. We want to let you know that this is ultimately to bring the focus to the sites and the issues that are happening in research so that we can bring more awareness and find solutions, but also solutions for professionals, right? Because some professionals are looking to work at site level, which we want to help the sites with, but we're also looking to help sponsors also bring in and maybe even potentially diversify their staff, right? So this is something that matters very much to us in coalition to Latinos in clinical research. That's the focus that we have. And so we're excited to mention that that's going to be also be an offer there. So if you are a sponsor, CRO, or vendor, and you are obviously interested in that, please reach out to Dr. Fox, and we can get that information to you as soon as possible. And then for your professionals out there, please, we are making this very affordable and also an affordable location as well. We're keeping everybody in mind because we are also on that end. We have businesses, we have organizations and things like that, but we are also always trying to budget and minimize costs where we can if possible. So we understand where you're coming from on that end. So not just great content, but also making sure that we're considering you and keeping you in mind on the financial end as well. So this may be one of the most affordable conferences out there at the moment. So if networking is a focus for you for this year of 2023 and going into 2024, don't miss out for sure.
And you brought up a really good point, Ashley. CRCs at the site level are the future CRAs for sponsors and CROs. And that handoff, that transition in succession between a CRC and a CRA, I think could be really powerful for sponsors, sites, everything. And if we were to create an environment where we could accept that succession and not only bring in new people into the field to help our sites, but also to help our CRCs right now try to find that next step in their career that they're looking for. I don't think that's anywhere in the industry right now. I don't think anyone promotes that.
No, and I would also say on coming from the other end where I was previously a CRA and now looking at, potential site level. So if you are, the head or director head of maybe a site network and, you find that it is, pertinent for you to have, let's say, a regulatory or compliance division that you're wanting to build into your system. There's plenty of senior CRAs, some that me and Dan were talking to on a live broadcast not too long ago, that are also looking for work, but also wanting to remove themselves from the CRO sponsor level. So CRAs, if you are looking for work, this is the perfect place to network. Come and talk to these sites and offer your services in-house. Like everything's open and unlimited, right? The site owners, PIs, and CRAs, vice versa. There's so many ways you can work at this. You won't know until you're in front of that opportunity. And so SOS, we would love this to be that conjunction where people come together and find those solutions that work with each other, right? And so I really hope personally that this is a place where we can create that environment and harmonize that, and so people can come together and really see the opportunities that are there. Again, not just focused on site issues, but there's all issues from all around for sure.
The ecosystem.
Yeah.
The ecosystem. So on the ecosystem level, and this might be a good transition, again, sponsorships, hang in there. We're getting the information out. Let's talk about the agenda real quick and how we're going to develop the agenda into SOS. Brad, I don't know about you, but since we've announced SOS, I've had a lot of people reaching out to me from the entire spectrum of the agenda. Some saying, you're going to get yourself kicked out of this industry. You better tone it down, all the way to, dude, it's about damn time. We need to talk about this. How have you seen the acceptance for the SOS mission in the industry from the people you've talked to?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's been overwhelmingly positive, really. With only, there's a few people who are sort of maybe question the motives or just, frankly, it's going to be a lot of uncomfortable conversations to different degrees, and that's okay. But again, I think it's been overwhelmingly, positive response, and I think people have been looking for something like this, where there can be more transparency, more direct engagement. I mean, look, first of all, thank you for you guys and all you've done with putting together the sponsorship stuff. That's something I'm terrible at, have very little interest in. You guys have picked it up and kicked ass. I appreciate that. The agenda is where I get excited, right? Like I want to get in there and talk and hear from sites, and not just sites, but to your guys' point, I mean, we're all part of the bigger ecosystem here.
Yeah, it was.
So you'd be
Sorry,
shocked
go ahead.
how much we can actually learn if we just all talk to each other and do it in a very truthful and straightforward way.
Mm-hmm. And so, Judy, how do you see us developing the agenda for the Save Our Sites conference? We've got 9 months to go. How do you think we're going to be building this really good, candid conversation that also has a positive outcome?
Yeah, I think that's a really important question because it's really going to be based on our experiences, right? What we're doing at our individual sites, businesses, whatever we have going on that is contributing to the reason we're hosting this conference, and what we want to bring to the table to discuss, to collaborate with others, to try to, there's a lot of inefficiencies in this industry. We know there's a lot of people that contribute to the inefficiencies on various levels, but we need to start finding ways to work together, make it easier for us, especially as a site owner, where I'm busy on my site working on a bunch of sites, different conditions, but it's not a streamlined process across each protocol, and so we have to, every new study we start, make sure everything's set in place, but then I have different people coming at us that want different processes, procedures, a little bit more than they need to be in place. And so, that's where it's kind of like this back and forth that we need to figure it out. How do we make it a lot more easier for everybody that's working in this industry to work together, but kind of try to be a little bit more on the same page? Will that ever happen? I don't know. But I think that we come together. And so I have my perspective. Brad has it. We all have our perspectives and things that we're experiencing right now. But then at the same time, a lot of us, depending, how big our sites are, we need additional support. As Ashley had mentioned, I actually just contracted a month ago, a regulatory compliance consultant, because we are at that point where I needed to delegate that to someone. I don't have time to do it. Nobody else has time to do it. So I needed someone with more expertise in that area that can kind of streamline it for us. And then there's other roles, like I outsource my source document, paper and electronic creation. So those are things a lot of our sites need. And there's a lot of people out there in the industry that have those skills or services, that expertise that can support us. But not everybody knows about it, or they're just not connecting. So I think it's really important, this conference, that we bring all those different things together and just meet, talk, collaborate, find better ways to work with each other.
Yep. 100%. And I do think that one of the important things that I personally see about SOS is that, the way we're working to create SOS and laying it out is solely to address issues that we feel aren't either being addressed or being discussed about in the way that we feel would be more effective and efficient, right? And so I feel that with us coming in and actually being able to do these things, this will also maybe potentially light change or readdress a second look for other organizations and conferences, so that we can ensue better and more deeper conversations, go towards change a little bit quicker and faster now that there's going to be more presence, right? And so it's what they call healthy competition, right? I don't think we're in competition, but when you look at it for the end of always progressing forward, I think that naturally we want to make sure we're not covering the same stuff, or if we are, there's better or deeper solutions that are getting brought out. So again, healthy competition. And that's what I like about this, because, that's just, I think, how it works best and more efficiently.
And I think, just like what Judy was saying, we all here have a voice, and we are all willing to speak up and talk about this. but I know that there are many sites out there that are very much afraid to speak up anything. They're afraid of the ramifications of speaking up. And I think that SOS being kind of like that anonymous safe haven, if someone really wants to know about how to fix something, if they want to understand something, if they want to have that difficult conversation, but they don't necessarily want to be the target of that conversation, I feel as though the agenda at SOS could help with that. What I could say is maybe if anyone out there is listening to this and they think that they're a site and they're running into problems, but they're afraid of consequences, I don't want to speak for everyone here, but I know for a fact that if you reach out to me and you bring up these problems, I will bring it to the board and we'll have it as part of the agenda if needed. The kind of like, the open door policy. If you got a problem, come to SOS and we will make sure that if maybe we have an answer, maybe 10 years down the road, we have SOS, the 10-year anniversary. Maybe we have talked about it and we can guide our sites who are confused or who are scared to the answers that will help them. What do you think about that as far as like agenda creation through anonymous like suggestion boxes?
I mean, I think that would be great.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's amazing.
that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
if we think about it, we've been like in a pressure cooker, and in some point, really, now SOS has become like the catalyzer for that, so we don't get because I mean, naturally, if the sites keep on having so much problems and also the sponsors and things like that, in some point that was going to explode, right? So
Mhm.
we're
Yeah.
becoming the catalyzer to make those conversations that could be uncomfortable, but those definitely are that's the only way we can grow, we can improve, and we can make things better, right? So
Mhm.
the communication is the key for everything.
I agree. And that's just so everybody's aware, we do have we're going to be having monthly podcasts. So our next one is July 7th. This is an opportunity for you to obviously jump on and speak to us about any of the things that you would like to discuss or things that would be good topics. I know that we've already had one or two podcasts previously, and we've had some really great discussions come up. And so really think that that's going to be one of the best ways for us to move forward. We are, as a team, going to be getting together either in late October or early November to kind of come together and finalize everything during a weekend trip, and just really come together, brainstorm it all, the full entire layout, and then present it to you guys so that everybody's fully aware of what we'll be covering. And I'm really excited about that. I did also want to mention that later this month, on June 16th, we have a call that we are going to have with Dan. Dan, Dr. Fox, if you want to maybe introduce for ACRPM.
Yes, so the Association for Clinical Research Project Managers, founded by Ms. Jess Thompson herself, we're going to be having a conversation with them to see how we can collaborate, how we can reduce the stress levels, help to synergize what we are doing to solve problems together. I'm really excited about the collaboration, and I look forward to talking with Jess about this.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. And going back to what we were saying, getting your feedback, hearing the topics that you feel are very important to hear. I know that some of the things that we've covered so far was aspects on regulatory, very obvious, the translational issue, and also, I guess, patient recruitment. And on that end, because Judy, you tend to talk about that a lot, and we always get a lot of good feedback on that. Clearly, the aspects of site payments, which I think, Dr. Fox, you're perfect on that end as well. We actually have a response here. Stephen Bratland, sorry if I mispronounced that. I've already purchased my ticket. Thank you for doing this. Quick question. Will there be a system in place to enable sharing contact information electronically, such as name tags with QR codes?
It's a good idea.
It's a very good idea, Stephen.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And thank you for purchasing the ticket. I think that's a really good idea to explore, especially now.
Yes.
Walk up and tag, hit somebody with your QR code.
Mhm.
Got
That's
your-
Yeah,
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
definitely something we can consider that. I know that I think ACRP did that when he was in Judy, correct?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
provided the database, or I mean the information of all the attendees with the emails or things like that. If I'm
Yeah,
not
so
wrong. Yeah.
definitely something that we can look into. I mean, clearly we've already looked at the lanyard aspect of things and all that information, so we can get together and figure that out, of course. But ideally, yes, we obviously want you guys to network as much as possible and get everybody's contacts. That would be ideal. Angel, apologies, I have a client to run to at 1:30, but just wanted to comment you guys and say I'm very much
Angel.
looking forward to this event. We are excited to see you again, Angel.
Yes.
Yeah.
So far at all the conferences. Maybe even let's probably have an after hours cocktail hour, right? That'd be
Yep.
pretty awesome.
Mhm.
Something to think and talk about. And perfect pronunciation. Thank you. Awesome, Stephen. I'm glad. But yeah, you guys. So this was definitely going to be, when we came on, this was going to be a short podcast. We just wanted to kind of, again, give you updates on the sponsorship aspect and where we're at with planning, and just a reminder that it's 9 months away. So again, just to reiterate, if you have not already reached out to Dr. Fox, please do so. These documents will be coming out and being sent out by next week or in the next 2 weeks. So please keep that in mind. And we will be having our next podcast next month on the 7th, July 7th. We will be giving, sending out notices in advance, obviously, so that everybody can attend and give some feedback on that. And lastly, again, don't forget to not miss out on our podcast with Jess Thompson from the ACRPM. We really look forward to that. And honestly, just expect to see a lot of collaborations as we move forward, because I do feel that ever since May, there's been a lot of talk on diversity, but not just on that end, collaboration and bringing together change. So you will see SOS and LICR as we are partnering together along with Brad and Dr. Fox and Dan Sfera. You're going to be seeing us on other collaborative efforts very soon as well. So just keep in touch and make sure that you guys are, checking out the updates. Angel said many conferences tend to make the capture available to exhibitors, but not always for individuals. So you'd want to verify. Okay. Good to know.
Yep.
Good to know.
I think, and my prediction is we'll have sponsorships in, we'll be generating a lot of content, and the closer we get to the conference, the more content you're going to see.
Yes.
So fully expect to see SOS, LICR, Hightower, Dan Sefer and his group, ACRPM, and there's another really big consortium that I'm looking forward to coming in. Expect a lot of push for change in the industry across diversity, logistics, finance, regulatory. Everyone is coming together to talk about these topics so that we can make really good and lasting change. And I'm so glad that these venues are forming. So
Definitely.
again,
Thank you, Dr. Fox. All right, you guys, we're kind of coming up to the top of the 30-minute point. So we're going to go ahead and cut out already. Thank you so much for those of you that were attending and gave your feedback. Again, thank you to the SOS team here, LICR team, and everybody. Dan Sfera wasn't able to make it today, so that's perfectly fine, but he will be on the next one for sure. So we look forward to seeing you guys. Again, please don't miss out on the June 16th webinar with ACRPM, with Jessica Thompson. You guys will get notified of that. And then the one in July 7th would be our next podcast. I didn't get the email notice about this. Luckily, I caught the reminder on LinkedIn. It'll be possible.
yes, I
yes.
agree, Stephen. We need to be more proactive about announcing these, and
Yes.
we'll be working on that very, very shortly.
For
Thank
sure.
you for catching it. We're so glad that you joined today.
100%. Yes. Well, thanks, you guys. I don't know if the rest of the team had anything to say before we officially marked off today.
No.
Awesome. All right, you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great day. Happy Friday. Have a long and resting weekend.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.